Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Wait. 1 second. How about now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Headphones on. Okay. So let's just do this. Can you hear me now? Boom. You can hear me now. You can hear me now. All right. Good. Okay. Okay. It works now. All right. So much for that. You know what? I can probably still do this. Y'all. Should I try it? Hey, is the audio good? It's good. It's working okay. All right. I mean, I could use what I had last time, and hopefully that will work. Okay, so that's even better. All right, cool. Here, let me just do something. All the hell with it. You know what? Let's not mess with anything. I was gonna put in my microphone, but okay. You guys hear me? We're good. We're gonna get going. I need your help with one other thing, y'all. I'm going to be doing a presentation today. I'm going to be doing a presentation on the 5 ways to become more valuable to your employer. And I'm going to pull up the presentation right now. You guys just let me know if it's working. While I'm doing that, can everybody in the chat, there's a lot of people in here. Can you guys let me know, tell me your name, tell me where you're from, if you're in school, DPT student, pre-DPT student, new grad PT. I consider new grad PT year 1 to 5. And then just tell me the amount of years you've been a PT. Please do that for me while I pull this up. Okay. All right. So let's do this here. Share. Boom. Send to everyone. And you guys let me know when you see this. Ooh, I think you guys see this. You see it, right? Okay, hold on. I'm going to make it even better. Okay. You guys see it? You're good? Okay, we got Tristan in, pre-DPT student. Tristan's in season 4. We got Matt Parker. Matt Parker's a new grad PT. Matt's in season 4. We have David Cortolano. Pre-PT, Manhattan College. Awesome. Fantastic. This is awesome. Good stuff. Paradise Palms, Peter Trico, 41 years as a PT. Can we all give Peter a hand? Peter, you are who I love. You are who I love, Peter, because you are 41 years in and you're still learning. You're 41 years in and you're still learning. I love you, Peter. Peter, I would love for you to be in Smart Success PT, but just you being on means the world to me for you being on this today. It is a blessing. So thank you so much. All right, we've got Brandon Powen, new PT, moving to Virginia. Brandon Powen's part of season 3. Robert Rojas, new grad PT from NSU. I'm assuming that's Nova Southeastern University. Bashoy is a DPT first-year student. You are season 4 member. Welcome, Bashoy. Saker, I believe, pre-DPT Orlando. Welcome, Saker. Kellyanne Joseph, new grad. I know, Kellyanne, you are in season 4. So, guys, I want to thank you so much for coming on. You know, look, just you being on here, it tells me something about you. It is Saturday. I'm on the Eastern time. It's 1 p.m. You guys, there's something special about people that learn on weekends. Like, seriously, because like we're trained to just 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. There's something special about you. And before I get caught up in talking all this stuff and spitting my fire, like I want to say congratulations to you. You are exactly who I'm looking for. Like, you are who I'm looking for. I'm looking for people like you that want more, that are willing to become more. And so I'm willing to give you more if that's the case. And that's what I'm going to give you all today. So thank you so much. Robert Rojas, Southeastern University. Fantastic. Misa K, PT, second-year student in Europe. We global, Misa. We global. Thank you for making us global today. I surely appreciate it. Amy Crumley. Amy's on. I actually had a conversation with Amy yesterday. Amy lives or is from the Tampa area. And again, like, it's funny, I was even telling her yesterday on the phone, like, she's not even my student yet, but I just love investing in people. I don't know. It just gives me all the heebie-jeebies. It feels awesome. Berg is here. Berg is I think what, second year DPT student. He was in season 1. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started. Today, we're going to be talking about the 5 keys to becoming more valuable to your company, to the company you work for, whatever the case may be in 2017. I am Greg Todd. I am a physical therapist, OCS, CSCS. I'm the president of Physical Therapy Builder. I am the co-owner of Renewal Rehab. You guys, I just want to quickly give you all my story about who I am and why the heck am I even speaking to you all. Like, so let's just get that, because many of you have probably seen my YouTube videos, or you see me on Facebook or Instagram. You've seen all this other stuff, and you just probably, like, you guys are seeing the finished product, or I guess whatever you want to call it, you know. And so, oh my gosh, Chris Sequenzi is in the building. That is my best friend, and he's been a PT for 16 years. We went to school together at FIU. So anyways, thank you, Chris. Thank you for your support, my friend. I love you. All right, so let's get into it. PT for 16 years. At any point during this live stream, if you guys want to just, Chris, you can just confirm, because Chris has been with me through my entire journey from PT school on. So 4 years I spent in the corporate setting. I spent in the corporate setting mostly with Chris, and we hated it. we hated it. I've been 12 years as a private practice owner. This is a picture of us for my Wesley Chapel office for Halloween of last year. And I've been a consultant for PT Builder since 2009. So let me tell you like how I became a consultant. Like, how did all this stuff start with me, y'all? Let me tell you how this started. So Chris and I, this is awesome because Chris is on. So Chris and I, we were chubby little boys, right? I now had my clinics, okay? And we're chubby little boys, and we decided to start running, right? We decided to start running, and we decided to try to lose some weight. So I remember doing like that 5K. Chris, I'm sure you remember this, when we did that 5K for Gasparilla, and we got our asses kicked by like those 70-year-old dudes. And then we decided to do like a 10K, and then we decided to do a half marathon, and then we decided to do a full marathon. So Chris and I would come into the clinic on Monday, and we would talk about our training. And if any of you have ever run like distance races, you'll know that like the training is freaking brutal. It's like brutal for this stuff. So we're so excited because like we finished our first 12-mile race, and then our first like 14-mile training, and then 16-mile training, and we would talk about this stuff all the time. So anyways, this doctor, Dr. Delatorre, he was telling me about a patient that I was treating for him. And so 36-minute 5Ks. And so he said, hey, Greg, you know, you were treating this lady, and she actually came back to me and said that you did a really good job. I'm like, thank you. But he said, well, you talk about running too much, though. That's what she said. I'm like, okay, all right, I guess I'm not gonna talk about running anymore. So I used to talk about running a lot because I was excited. Like, I was losing weight. I was getting faster. It was going from a 36-minute 5K to a 30 to a 24. It was awesome. So this lady was hating on me, man, because I was like talking about running so much. So I'm like, all right, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to create a blog. So I got to tell you this. I started a blog in like the end of 2007. This is right before Chris, myself, were doing the Disney Marathon in 2008. It was January of 2008. We won't get into that. That's a whole webinar within itself. That's how you fail and continue to fail. But okay, but we did the race, and I decided I'm going to blog about my journey as a runner. So I started blogging about my journey as a runner in late 2009. My web designer at that time said that you realize that you get more hits on your running blogging site than you do on your physical therapy site. And I'm like, no, I didn't know that. He's like, we need to integrate your running site into your physical therapy site since we're redoing your website. And that took my physical therapy site, renewalrehab.com. It's also known as physicaltherapist.pro. It took it to the stratosphere. We actually now started, that was the first time we started to get patients that we weren't reliant on physicians, because people were going to the web. It moved us up via Google, and it increased our SEO, and it was so freaking awesome. So that's what I started to talk about when I went to conferences. PTPN was my first gig that I ever had. That's a physical therapy private network. Ironically, I just did 2 webinars for them this week. But that was the first one I ever did, and that allowed me to start to become a consultant for private practices to help them with starting blogs on their website. So since then, I spoke at 11 events last year, which is crazy. And then this year I said, screw that. I'm going to create my own event. And this picture, like, I mean, come on, man. Y'all gotta admit, man. This picture on the left-hand side, I kind of look like a boss there. Okay, so anyways, that's at our event. We had Smart Success PT live in Clearwater Beach. It was epic. I'm sure there's a few people that are in the chat that can vouch for it. It was pretty freaking awesome. And I've been a blogger and contributor to Advanced PT. You guys probably know that magazine for 4 years. I basically write a blog about apps that I believe are relevant in physical therapy and in healthcare. And so I basically do a review for them all the time. And I do that once a month. And I did that for 4 years. I actually stopped 2 years ago because it was like my other responsibilities were getting, too much. But that was pretty awesome. And I've had 12 consecutive years of growth within my practice. So I told you guys, I've been a practice owner for 12 years. This is going to be number 13 in August. I've had 12 consecutive years of growth. And I know that sounds awesome. But I'm going to give you a little bit more of the background of the story. So at this time, I currently have a WIW schedule when it comes to the clinic. I work when I want to. I really don't see patients anymore. I only see people that I want to see. And even if I don't want to see them and they want to see me, I don't have to see them anymore. And because of my marketing efforts, because of my staff, because of the culture that we created, we don't have to basically serve any one particular patient. Like, I don't have to be like, oh my gosh, I got to go in for this person. If you don't want to see my staff, then you just go somewhere else. And it's because of the things that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So what do I do with the remaining time that I have? I spend it working with my 200 plus students. I have 200 plus students in online courses, with the main one being Smart Success PT that has 160. I have 24 employees and I have 18 consulting clients. That's private practices, app companies, EMR companies, etc. So that's my highlight reel, y'all. That's my highlight reel. Here is the other parts of it. Let's talk about from year 1 to 4. Now, in the chat section, if you are a new grad PT and you're like, you know what, this is resonating with me a little bit, then you could just put an amen. We can have church a little bit right now. Years 1 to 4, this is before I became a practice owner. I did not have this massive desire to be a business owner. I did not have this massive desire to be a marketing guru. I got to be very honest with you. Part of the reason why I am doing physical therapy is because I didn't want to do those things. I want to tell you guys the truth. My pops works in insurance. I saw him sell. I saw him bother people on the weekends. I didn't want any part of that. That's why I became a PT. Straight up. I'm not going to try to act like I was some glorified entrepreneur from day one. I wasn't. But this is what happened to me. Year 1, I'm working for a place called Health South. I'm seeing patients out the yin yang. I'm seeing 4 patients an hour at Health South. There's one day I actually saw, I think it was like 39 patients in a day. We had no techs. We had no PTAs. That is all on you. That is it. We got Paul Goff in the building. Oh my gosh. I'm going to talk about him in a second too. The guy's a beast, y'all. That guy's a beast. He's a straight beast. Okay, so let's get back to this. I hated it. I freaking hated it because there was no place for me to level up. You guys, my first job out of PT school, I made $39,500 a year. I'm seeing 4 patients an hour. I have no tech. I have no PTA. And I got a 1.5% increase in my pay at the end of year 1. I'm like, how the hell is, like, seriously? How? So I said to her, it was my boss. Her name is Jen Seamus. I said, Jen, hopefully she don't mind her, calling her out right now. But I said, Jen, how can I level up? She's like, well, you need to be a clinic director. Where can I get a clinic director position? Well, we don't have any. Okay, fine. So I'm like frustrated now because I'm like, what the hell else am I supposed to do? Like, what else am I supposed to do? Like, this is crazy. Like, this is nuts. Like, I just saw all these people. I've done it. And the people seem to like me. I know I kind of sucked as a PT, but they still were coming in. I guess they didn't mind seeing me run around and sweating like Mike Tyson at a spelling bee. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it seems like they liked me. So I'm like, yo, what's the deal? I don't get this. 1.5% increase, y'all, after year 1. Then I became a clinic director. Okay. Then I became a clinic director because I had to move to Tampa. Did I want to? No. But here was the plan that my wife and I had. The plan that my wife and I had was I'm going to be a PT. I was making $39.5. We had a plan that aren't you supposed to get like a 4% increase in pay every single year? That's what we thought. So we had a plan that I was going to make $50,000 by year 10. And we were going to be able to buy our first home. That was our plan. And after year 1, they threw me off of my plan and I was pissed. So I moved to Tampa, became a clinic director for a company called Kessler. Chris actually started working with me. Chris is part of the reason why I moved to Tampa. Chris, holla at them, baby. I moved to Tampa, and that was the reason why I did it. It's because I hit a career plateau at year 1. So when PTs tell me that they're burned out and they're frustrated at year 1, I get it because I was too. I did 180 CEUs in my first year and a half. The way the way that Health South did it is they had free CEUs for you to attend on the weekend. So I attended them. I did it like every single freaking weekend. Even when the University of Miami was playing, I still went. I still went because Saturdays was used to be like sacred with regards to watching University of Miami football games. I still went because I was like, that's the way you get better in PT, right? Isn't that the way that you get better? By becoming more educated and going to a bunch of CEU courses, and then that's how they rewarded me. Screw that. I realized that I wasn't going to get rewarded for more certifications, and I wasn't going to get rewarded for improving clinically in the corporate system. I was only valued for what I could build. Please, you all listen to me today. This is the problem. You, right now, the way they are preparing you in school is that they are only valuing you for what you can build, because that's what you're learning in school. You're learning how to be a technician. You're learning how to gate train. You're learning how to do a mobilization. You're learning how to manual muscle test. You're learning how to do goniometric measurements. If you're a PTA, you're learning how to do treatments. But you are only valued at what you can build. Okay, that is cool 16 years ago when Chris and I graduated. That was fine because the investment into PT school was a lot less. But today, you're learning the same exact things that I learned and that Chris learned and even OG Paul learned. Like, you're learning the same thing and you're getting, insurance is not going up, right, y'all? It's going down. So that was why I was suffering from burnout. If you all agree, shout amen. So that's why I decided to do my own thing. I am not a entrepreneurial spirit DNA type of dude. No, I couldn't win. The only way I could win was this. So here's the deal. Let's kind of go on with the story. I left Kessler, went to a company called Cora. At Cora, I'm now a clinic director of a startup. I got paid a little bit more. But when I went to my boss, Al, after a year there, and I said, how can I make more? I'm working on the tennis tour. I'm working with professional tennis players. I'm doing all these things that you all say the man and the PT men and women say you're supposed to do. And he's like, nah, bro, you're tapped out. The only way you can take yourself to the next level is if you get into management. I was like, so you're trying to tell me that if I get better as a PT, I'm not going to get any more? He says, that's exactly what I'm telling you. I said, screw that. I'm opening up my own thing. I pushed past my fears, y'all, and I did it. So I left. I met a guy named Mike. Met this guy, Mike. I was like, hey, I'm opening up my own thing. My accountant apparently is your accountant. Can you give me some ideas of opening up, my own practice? Because he had his own little practice as well. At the age of 27, I decided, okay, that's what I'm going to do. I had my own thing, and I got to be honest with you, it was great because at least I was in control. So all that BS that they were telling me, no, it's not true. You can be rewarded clinically, but you have to be able to bring other things to the table. You have to be able to help your clients more than just clinically. So I was rewarded. The problem was that I only knew clinical. Like, that's all I knew. I knew clinical. So the way you got rewarded was you saw more patients. Right? That's the way you got rewarded. You saw more patients. So at the clinic, now remember, I'm not just a staff PT. I'm like part owner of the business. So I'm seeing as many patients as I can. And when we see more patients, I make more money. Okay. But I'm also marketing and I'm doing a lot of other stuff. And at this point, remember now, I'm going from chubby Greg to kind of, a little running machine here. And I'm trying to enjoy my life and doing stuff. And basically after my 4th marathon, the San Francisco Marathon, it was July of 2009. I couldn't recover from that race. And I just thought, oh, I need some time off. But it was more than that. I actually had started going to physicians. I was told by my primary care, Dr. Watkins, that you basically almost have HIV without having HIV. Basically what he meant, I didn't have HIV, y'all, but what I did have is my immune system was shot. And actually, I thank God for Chris, because that doctor told me you need to take off 3 months and you shouldn't see patients anymore. Now, think about it today. If you all were given that same, prognosis, that same diagnosis, and your doctor said every single person in this chat, that you cannot see patients anymore, what value are you? Hey, can you put it? Hey, let's do this. Let's put a percentage. What value are you if you went to a doctor and your doctor said you can't see patients anymore? He said to me, you need to take off 3 months, buddy. I took off 2 weeks. Like, I couldn't take off 3 months. Like, that wasn't in the cards, because I treated patients and I never really trusted other clinicians to replicate what I did. I got to be honest with you. Chris will tell you this. Chris worked in the clinic with me, but Chris had his patients. I had my patients. He was successful. I was successful. We really didn't have any systems. We didn't. I didn't trust people. Who can market like me? Who can develop the relationships like me? Who could treat my patients the way that I treat them? And I know Chris felt the same way. Who could treat his patients the way that he treats them? Who can go the extra mile like me? I freaking hit my breaking point, y'all. I hit my breaking point. This is in 2012. 2012, I ended up having 3 seizures in 4 days. I actually have to give you guys the backstory if you don't mind hearing this. So at this point, right? At this point, I actually got a partial sponsorship with Brooks, because I really started to do pretty well with the running. So I wasn't like no Ethiopian runner or anything like that. I was like the guy that could like get 2nd or 3rd in his age group locally for like 5Ks and 10Ks. So Brooks gave me a sponsorship and I got free shoes with them like all year. And I got that from 2009, 10, 11. And then in 2012, remember, I took off a break. I took a break from running for like a year when I was trying to recover from 2010 to 11. So Brooks like wrote me a letter and they said, hey, Mr. Todd, you haven't logged in any races. We're going to cancel your contract unless you do a race, and these are the qualification times that you can do for the specific distances. So in my case, I was like pretty good at the half marathon. They said, if you can run the half marathon in 1:40, we'll extend your sponsorship out for a year. So like a dumbass, what I did is I ended up running the St. Pete Rock and Roll Half. And I finished it in 1 hour and 39 minutes and 49 seconds. And I got sick again. I did all that for a goddamn pair of shoes. You think about how stupid I was. Look, man, I'm a smart PT, man, but I'm not too smart. I wasn't too smart back then in anything else. But anyways, that's what happened. So 3 seizures in 4 days I had. I was hospitalized. And that's when wifey had to sit down and talk to me. And she said, look, homie, you got 2 options, man. Either let's sell this thing and let's just try to figure out what's wrong with you, or you got to get others to duplicate what you've done. So we decided, okay, we went back and forth, but we decided to go with option 2. And these were my aha moments. I'm going to tell you guys this. Please write this down. Please write this down. You need to learn everything. You just don't have to necessarily do everything. Like, I'm just telling you, like, you need to learn everything, but you don't have to do everything. Okay? I don't know, Amy. I think it's pretty stupid when you think about it. I nearly killed myself for some damn shoes. I don't know. Number 2, you need to train yourself on everything. I needed to train myself on everything that I've learned. Like you can't just read stuff. You got to implement. And you got to empower everyone and hold no one back. So I want to ask you all, like, are you in situations that are covering these things? Because those are my aha moments. If you want to go through that, you want to have the seizures, You want to do this, you want to do that. Look, do whatever you want to do. But like, are you in that situation right now? Are the people around you empowering you? Because if they're not, then you aren't going to feel the need to empower others. Are you in a situation right now where you're just learning, how to be a technical PT? You're out of PT school and you're just learning how to be even more of a technical PT. Well, you might be running yourself into some problem. You're in school right now and you're not doing any learning outside of school. You might be running yourself into some problem. So that was it. The ending was better than the beginning. And I'm very happy to say that. I now have 24 employees. We've had 4 consecutive years of over $1 million in revenue. And it's been amazing. That picture was my staff at Islands of Adventure last year. Many of you got to meet the entire staff at Smart Success Live as well. And I got to tell you where my turning point was. My turning point was at PPS 2015. So at this point, I'm feeling good. My health is back. Here, I got to tell you guys this. PPS denied me 4 years in a row to talk on the same damn thing I talked about at PPS in 2015. 4 years in a row. That talk was the highest rated talk of the entire conference. It was on social media. It opened the floodgates for me. It did. I actually got 16 consulting offers the day after, or the day that I finished my talk. 16 consulting offers. At that time, my consulting rate was $250. Got 16. I moved it to 300. And it still stayed at 16. I had to make the decision on whether or not I wanted to be a full-time consultant for private practices and tech companies. But I got to tell you something. That wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't what I wanted to do because I had 2 girls in my office, one named Julie, one named Chantel, and they were telling me, what is going on right now with the new generation of PTs. They were telling me that it's a total freaking disaster. You guys are paying a shitload of money to learn all this stuff, and you're basically getting the same compensation that I got. You got this D behind the PT, and you're coming out thinking that you're going to be able to conquer the world, and you're getting your ass kicked. And that's what they were telling me. And they're like, Greg, the people that are in school are hearing the horror stories, or they're going to clinicals and they're seeing these Bobo clinics run things terrible. And it's not like the way that it is at Renewal. It's not like that everywhere else. Like, that's what they were telling me. And apparently what they were telling me was true. Apparently what they were telling me was true. So I told my wife, like, as cool as it is, we could probably totally escape and move away from Renewal with these consulting opportunities. But my desire and my mission was to help you all. It was to empower the new generation of physical therapists and train them on how to monetize, strategize, and catapult their PT career. And I'm a Bible believing man, and I believe that my trials, they had to be for a reason. Like, I could not go through all those things just for the hell of it. It just didn't make sense. And Chris, if you're still in here, like, he can attest to what I went through health-wise and how freaking brutal it was. It had to be a reason for it. PTs need to be more than just PTs, because they can be. Here's the deal, y'all. If all I was worth, and when I got sick and I couldn't treat patients anymore at that time for that span, if I decided, okay, well, then that's it. Well, I wouldn't be doing this because I'd be broke as hell. I wouldn't be doing this because all I was worth at that time was what I could bill out. How many 97110s could you bill out? How many 97112s can you bill out? That's all I was worth. It was a very scary time. It was so scary. And so that's when you guys see me and you see my passion and you see me on the YouTube videos and all that stuff, that's the reason why. So if you got nothing else from this webinar, but now you understand why he's so loud, why he's so passionate, it's because I nearly lost my life. And if I couldn't do anything but PT, then I would be in a dead-end position just like the rest of the profession. And so this is what I decided to do. I made online academies to teach PTs the key things that are not taught in school. They're not taught in school, but they make all the difference in your career. Now, it's unfortunate because you pay a lot of money to go to school And you want that to be a great investment. And it can be, because you are the asset. It can be, but unless you have these things that we're going to talk about today, well, you're really not setting yourself up to be able to use the skills that you learned in school besides becoming a signature holder. And that's it. So I want you guys to leave this webinar in a better situation than you were. I hope you know a little bit more about me and why I am the way that I am. So let's start now. Let's get right into it. The 5 keys to becoming more valuable to your company in 2017. So here's the deal. Your company could mean a lot of things. Many of you are working for someone. How do you become more valuable to someone? Do these 5 things right here. How do you become more valuable? If you have a cash-based clinic or you have your own place that is a hybrid, do these things right here. If you're doing these things, you become more valuable. Now you're not just worth the PT signature holder piece. You're worth more than that, but you got to learn these things. These are the 5 keys, you guys. Learn how to acquire patients, learn customer and patient service, learn customer patient loyalty. Number 4, understand the PT game. Number 5, you have to understand and apply leverage and systems. Got it? All right, let's get into it. Number 1, acquiring patients. Acquiring patients. That's number 1. 5 keys to becoming more valuable to your employer. Acquire patients. You guys got to learn that this is the biggest fear for every PT business owner. This is the biggest fear. This is what everyone is struggling with. This is what they can't do. They cannot acquire patients because we've been a profession that has basically piggybacked off of someone else to acquire our patients for us. So if you can learn how to do this, you basically have now taken away the biggest struggle for most PT business owners, acquiring patients. Paul, if you're on, can you shout an amen? I don't know if Paul's still on or not, but he knows this is what he has made his living. He has made his living helping people learn how to acquire patients because PTs don't know how to do this. They just don't know how to do it. Number 2, you got to understand this. Employers pay big money to have someone that can help this, to help them with this. They pay lots and lots and lots of money. They pay lots of money for this. So why wouldn't they pay you? You're a PT. You understand, if you guys, the first thing you got to understand with marketing is like, I mean, Fernando. Oh, wow, Fernando's on. Fernando went to school with me and Chris. He went to school with me and Chris. Fernando, don't you have a practice? Let's ask Fernando right now. Fernando, can you tell us if someone could help you right now acquire patients, get patients, are you not going to pay top dollar for that? You guys, PTs do it all the time. They do it in the form of medical directorships. They pay physicians. They pay physicians. They act like freaking hookers. They pay physicians to send them patients. We will pay for someone to help us with. Exactly. Come on. You guys, the thing is this. Many of you are newer PTs. The thing is that you have to understand that this is where it's at. This is where it's at. If you understand PT, you understand the marketing, you understand the patients, you understand the things that they're struggling with, and then if you're just willing to learn relevant marketing strategies today, well, you have now become so much more valuable to your employer. This solves a problem for most PT clinics. An extra 10K. PG's paying an extra 10K, y'all. He's paying an extra 10K. This solves a problem for most PT clinics. Like, this is it. And look, let's look at it like this. Let's just look at it like this. Isn't this better for our profession? Like, I just see people all day bitching and complaining in DPT networking groups and student groups about, oh, this person's taking away our thing. But you're not doing anything about it. It's because you don't know any better. So you're just unleashing your frustration. You're unleashing it because you feel like your hands are tied. You don't know how to do it, and you see other people doing it, even if their intentions aren't good, even if they're doing the wrong thing, and it frustrates the hell out of you, but you're not willing to learn it. You guys, that is how you make yourself more valuable. So there's a few keys to doing this effectively. Obviously, direct marketing is the main thing. Like guys, here's the deal. Physicians have done direct marketing for years. That's what they do. If I talk to Dr. Shah, that's just down the office from, just down the road from me, or I talk to Dr. Nawaz, or I talk to this one or that one, everybody, when you have a conversation with them, they're advertising in the newspaper. They're doing print ads. They're now starting to dabble with Facebook, but they don't really understand. They have other people doing this stuff, but they understand this is how we get patients. We don't have any sugar daddy bringing us people. We have to go get it. Hashtag let's get it. You get it? Okay, all right, sorry. Bad joke. But still, that's what you do. That's what you do. So we need to learn that. You're now a DPT, start having DPT attitude. Start having the doctor attitude. Start having doctor swag. Start behaving like a doctor. The first thing a doctor does when they know they're going to open up a practice is they go and get patients. They figure out how to get people. Stop relying on someone to get it for you. Learn direct marketing. Learn social media. It's the quickest way to capture people. And you know what? Can you guys put this in the chat? How many of you have watched TV this morning? Go ahead. Just if you've watched TV this morning, put TV, 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 TV. Just put T and a V that you watched TV this morning. Conversely, how many of you have been on Facebook this morning? Let's see which one comes up more. Which one is it? It's all day, you guys. It's all day. It's all day. Internet marketing, y'all. Internet marketing. You have access to everyone, not just people in your local area. You have access to everyone. That is what is so beautiful about this. That is what is so beautiful about this. You have access to everybody. Internet marketing. If you, as a pre-DPT student, if you learn this from now, well, you're like 10, 15, 20 G's more valuable. We've only gone over the first one, y'all. And Teletubbies. Paul, I mean, you got to understand, our situation is a little bit different. Y'all, we got little kids. All right? So we're watching Teletubbies. We're watching Peppa Pig. And that's just the way that it is. We have to. We have to. But if we didn't have our little kids around, we'd be just on Facebook. We're trying to find more patients. We're trying to find more customers. Guys, that's where it's at. You, as a physical therapist, you learned that. Now you become more valuable. Now, what if I can tell you that you're working 40 hours a week? You could be making so much money just doing that stuff that you could bring yourself down to 30 hours a week. You could do that stuff where, like, you can have it on automation. Number 2 is customer service. Physical therapists on a whole suck with customer service. We think because we treat a patient that's already paid you a crap load of money and we really care for them, that makes us good at customer service. That is not true, y'all. That is not true. How about treating people amazing before they even get to you? That's great customer service. That's number 1. But when they come to you, people value, look, they value what you do as a PT somewhat, a little bit. They value how you make them feel. That's what they really value. I don't know if any of you are friends with me on Facebook. And if you're not, please don't follow me. Like, I get all these follows. Y'all just friend request me. I don't bite, okay? Seriously, just friend request me after this and you can talk to me. But you guys, what makes you different? Like, what makes me different and what makes my clinic different is the energy, is the environment. We have music. It's how we make you feel. There's a system on how we do that. I go into most PT clinics and it's the most sterile freaking situation. As a consultant, I'm going into practices. I don't do it as much anymore as I used to, but still, when I go into a practice, it's so freaking sterile. It's just so brutal. And that's not what makes you different. Y'all, they got coffee at Dunkin' Donuts for like $2. Like, to me, Dunkin' Donuts coffee is better than Starbucks. But for some reason, I go to Starbucks all the time. I was trying to figure it out. Why the hell do I go there all the time? It's because they spell my name on my cup. That's why. G-R-E-G-G. They spell it wrong like 90% of the time. It's one G, Susie. But I don't care because Susie makes me feel good. What makes you different? Why should I see you and continue to see you? This is where most PT places are losing. This is where you could take a PT place to the next level. Set up some systems for their customer service. I do it through text messaging. I do it through email marketing. Most PTs aren't doing that. I do it. It makes me become the purple cow. That's what I call it, the purple cow, right? Because you guys are used to seeing the cow, right? Right, Matt Hodges? You're used to seeing the cow, you're used to seeing the cow, and the cow is what? White and black, right? Little black spotches, right? Okay. But if you saw a purple cow, you'd, woo, I'm going to look. You guys have to become something different. Something different. Most PT places are trying to copy who? Other PT places. So no one's different. No one's different. One of the big things I want to say is this. I think what has made me different for years, and it is the fact that I've become a project manager over the patient's care. And even though I don't treat anymore, I have trained my physical therapist to become a project manager over the patient's care. A project manager over the patient's care. So this is how we're different as PTs, okay? So many of you, you're going for the dry needling, you're going for this, you're going for that, you're going for all these different things, these certifications people don't give a flying crap about. But what makes us different at Renewal is that we are the project manager over their care. So here, it's kind of like this. So let's set this up. Okay, so imagine you're building a house, right? You're building a house. And when you build a house, there is a project manager. We also call it like a construction manager, right? Is the construction manager installing the plumbing? No, that's a plumber. That's a technician. Is the construction manager doing the electricity wiring? No, that's the electrician actually. Is the construction manager putting all the shingles on the roof? No, that's actually the roofer. The construction manager is overseeing the entire process to make sure that the house is built. So I'm just telling you guys, like I'm giving you value today. How we do it is our PTs are the construction managers. We're the construction managers. We're overseeing the situation. We understand the human body. We understand the rehab process. So instead of me making my PTs get more and more and more certifications so they can be more and more and more technically sound, I'm teaching them how to be the most amazing project managers because no PTs out there are doing it. And that's how we become the purple cow. It also makes my PTs a lot more confident in themselves. Unique service proposition. Let's talk about this. Your USP. What makes you you? Who does your clinic that you work for, who are they trying to serve? Most PT places are in a scarcity mindset. So they're trying to serve everybody, everyone. We help everyone. Well, that's actually garbage. You're not going to help anyone if you help everyone. Write that down. That's the GT quote for today. You're not going to help everyone. I mean, you're just not. It just doesn't work like that, you guys. You have to understand marketing. Marketing is locking in to the group of people that you want to serve. So they're like, man, this person's finishing my sentences. Like if right now you're on this webinar and half the things you're like, amen, amen, amen. I'm finishing your sentences. You're the person that I am looking for. If I'm not, then you're not the person I'm looking for. But obviously, if I've been able to do this over the course of 15 months, then it's obviously working pretty well. And I do the same thing for my patients. I have a patient, Chris knows who it is. Her name is Julie. We'll leave her last name out for HIPAA, compliance. Okay, but her name is Julie, and she is who I base my USP around. She's close to my age, loves to stay in shape, needs to stay in shape because it makes her feel great. When she can't run, she can't do life. She's pissed. She's angry. She wants to beat her husband. Okay, that's my USP. That's my person. That is my person. That's who I'm hitting. Now, here's the beauty of it. When she is doing well, she tells everyone about me. When she's not doing well and she's in PT, she's telling everyone about PT. Either way, she is exactly who I want in my clinic. And I love working with her. I love working with her. That's the person I'm looking for. A PT needs to be a great teacher. A PT needs to be a great coach. Great teachers and great coaches are great communicators. Communication is a skill that can get better with the right practice. My question to you all is this: are you a great communicator? Are you? Be honest with yourself today. Be honest with yourself. Paul, I was actually listening to your presentation. I'm going to show you something amazing. I was listening to your presentation, and he talked about that at SSPT Live. It's like most PTs swear they're amazing communicators, but they suck at it. They really do. They're just not great communicators because we spent so much time trying to become great technicians, but we don't spend time teaching people what these technical skills that we're learning can actually do for them in their relevant situation, what they actually want out of it. We don't know how to talk to people. We're talking about donning and doffing clothing. What the F? Are you serious? You think people understand that? This is something you have to learn. And then you also have to understand that technology is what you can use to showcase your skills and your talents to the person so that they actually understand it. That's number 2, y'all. Number 3 is customer and patient loyalty. Customer and patient loyalty. How do you get people to become walking billboards for you? That's called customer and patient loyalty. This is actually, I just pulled this up. These are our most recent ones from Google. We have 65 5-star reviews at our South Tampa office and 111 at our 5-star. So 111 5-star at our Wesley Chapel office. So how did we get to that? It's because we have people that are walking billboards. Matt, I'm going to tell you at the end, baby. I'm going to tell you at the end. We have people that are walking billboards. Can I ask you a question? Can you guys put this in the comment section? Those of you, your PT students, new PTs, pre-PTs, are you working for a place that has 65 5-star reviews at one clinic? Are you working for a place that has 111 5-star reviews at one clinic? I mean, are you? Because if you are, you're in good shape. They're doing something right. But if they have none, then you kind of got to wonder, you got to wonder, what the hell are they doing? Why are none of their patients becoming walking billboards? Why are none of their patients feeling so strongly about them that they're promoting PT and taking like PT to the next level? Because here's the deal, y'all. PTs aren't going to take PTs to the next level. Patients are going to take PTs to the next level. Patients are going to take this profession to the next level. You guys, why do you think they're advertising Cialis on the TV? Can you go get Cialis without talking to your doctor? Can you go get Viagra without talking to your doctor? Can you get Allegro without talking to your doctor? Look, man, they're advertising on TV because the patients will tell the doctor what the hell they want. But if your patients aren't doing this for you, then you're screwed. It's because we suck at customer and patient loyalty. You have to do more than just PT. You got to do wellness. You got to do other services that complement your PT services. All right, there you go. That's number 3. Number 4 is you got to understand the PT game. This here is Rupi on. Is Rupi on? Yesterday, I got to speak to a student, wonderful person from Andrews University, a friend of Casey Coleman. And this is something that I was explaining to her yesterday as she's considering signing up for the course. You better sign up. Come on now. Step yourself up. Let's go, Rupi. Come on. You guys, you got to understand the PT game. Okay, so I want to tell you this. I'm going to tell you something. Remember, I'm going to tell you this as an employer. Okay? You guys ready for this? You ready? All right. Here's how it works as an employer, y'all. We have a range that we are going to hire you at. Paul, if you want to comment, any of the other practice owners, if you want to comment in here, please go right ahead and you can agree or disagree with me. We have a range that we are going to hire you at. We have a bottom range, we have a top range. There you go, you know. It does not matter what they put in a classified section. It does not matter what they put on monster.com. We have a range. We know what our bottom range is, and we know what our top range is. You want to know something? You want to know how we decide? We decide based on the first three things. But look, there's some practices that are stupid. Like, they don't know what the hell they're doing. So they don't even know those things. But here's what every practice knows. They know that if you understand the PT game, like, this is every employer. If you understand the PT game and you're talking that case rate, fee for service, Medicare, work comp, what's net revenue per visit, you're asking those questions and you actually can have a solid conversation with regard to that, okay, we're in a whole different situation, folks. This person actually knows I can't give them the bottom number. I can't. You guys, for the most part, are financially illiterate when it comes to this stuff. And I'm not blaming it on you. It's really a damn shame because school doesn't teach you any of this. They don't teach you any of it, but that's what determines your salary. Even if you work for a dyno boss, okay, that still does like paper documentation and still listens to the radio and has like the tube TVs and stuff like that in the clinic, even if you're working for that person, like, if you start talking this stuff during your interview, like, that's it. They know, crap, I got to put them at the highest part. So if you just became financially literate, just financially literate in this area, like, it's game over. The lack of understanding this costs you money. It costs you so much money. Number 5, this is the last one. Understand and apply leverage and systems. Can you do that for your employer? Let's talk about leverage. Most employers, you guys, this is just the truth. Most employers are not very business savvy. Most of them aren't. They want to do these things. They really do, but they just don't know how to do it. Like, they don't know where to start. So they don't understand that, like, you can actually like you don't have to email one person and then copy it, the text, and then paste it. Like, they don't even understand that, right? They're really struggling with these things, right? But you all can teach them automation systems. You can monetize the relationships that you have with patients beyond traditional billing. You can build a relationship with them outside of physical therapy. You can. And that's what my job is as a mentor and a consultant. It's to teach you guys these 5 steps. That's what my job is. But the problem is this. Most of y'all broke. Okay? To learn all this in a traditional setting is very pricey. It's very pricey. If you guys were to do it, okay, fine. Let's say you're just going to do this stuff. Everything that we talked about today would require what? Would you say that it require a degree in marketing, right? Like an MBA as well, a master's in business? That's what I thought I had to do. I thought, look, my initial plan was to, after I finished PT school, I was going to open up a practice. This is after year 1 when I realized that this wasn't going anywhere well. After year 1, I'm like, I'm going to open up a practice. But I thought I had to have an MBA. Wrong. You have to have certifications in billing and administration if you learn these things. That's why most PTs don't learn it, because they're like, I got to have billing certs. I got to have certifications in administration. I mean, crap, man. I went to PPS like 4 years ago, and like they had this administrative certification course at PPS. Man, I actually took it just to see what the hell was in it. They didn't teach you any of these things. I mean, if you did all of these things, and I'm being very, very, very conservative here, like that's going to cost you upwards of about 80 to 100K. So, okay, fine. You have to make the decision, like, you know, do you want to just be a practicing clinician and that's it? Okay, well, you already know that you're capped out after year 2. You're finished. Okay, but if you want to do this and you want to do it the traditional way, then you're going to do those things. You're going to go get a degree in marketing. You're going to get a master's in business. You're going to go get certifications in billing and admin. And the truth is that even if you get all those things, it still doesn't teach you how to relevantly apply it to your particular area in the field of physical therapy. It doesn't. And I think you all know this, and Paul, you can attest for this as well, is what they're teaching you in school, even with regards to marketing, is not like how people are marketing today and being effective. I mean, that's just the truth. It's just not the way that it is today. Like, your attention changes. Your attention changes. Your attention used to be at MySpace, right? And then it used to be with email. And now it's moved. It moved to Facebook, and then it moved to Instagram. And now it's a little bit on Instagram and still on Facebook. And it's also on Snapchat, and it's on Pinterest, and it's on YouTube. And you got to know these different things. And school, university system just doesn't teach. They just can't change their curriculum fast enough for it to be relevant for what you're doing today. So, I mean, you could also do this one-on-one with me, but it's financially very burdensome. I mean, I charge $300 an hour as a consultant, and I can't go through all of this in 1 hour. So here's what I've created, you guys. Most of you already know this. I've created Smart Success PT. And Smart Success PT is basically a step-by-step instruction teaching you how to do all these things in full detail. 142, because I just added a lesson this morning, 142 lessons on how to take control of your career, your earning potential, and your ability to name your price in the PT industry. This is what you're going to get with Smart Success PT. I teach you how to build your brand so you can create massive opportunities for yourself. Okay, maybe that for you is practice ownership one day. I don't know. Maybe for you, you just want to be a consultant and make $300 an hour on the side and have 10 consulting opportunities. Whatever that is to you, right? Maybe for you, it is to create an online, which is what I'm teaching my students now, to create online services, create online courses, to create online media to be able to help people out. Whatever that is, you have to build your brand so that major opportunities will follow you. That's a $5,000 value, you guys. You have to learn reimbursement and how insurance works. That's what you're going to learn in SSPT. Learn how reimbursement and insurance works. I put here $1,200 value. I actually need to say that's much more, because I actually had to do, this is before I released Smart Success PT. Before I released Smart Success PT, March 29th of 2016, about 6 weeks before I released, a dude came to me and said, hey, Greg, he sent me this message on Facebook Messenger. He said, just by watching one of your YouTube videos that you explain salaries, just by watching it, I got a $21,000 increase. And I'm like, dude, you know, that was a 7-minute video. I actually have 3 hours of that I explained that in my course. If you know better, you make more. You learn the reimbursement strategies and how insurance works. And for those of you that are like, well, I don't want to do that. I want to be in cash pay. Well, I wanted to be in a cash clinic. Well, we actually have lessons in there that teach you that as well by Aaron LeBauer. You learn how to actually do direct marketing. You actually learn how to behave like a doctor for once, okay? So you can actually take advantage of direct access as a PT. Y'all realize, like, I think North Carolina's had direct access like since I was like 8. And like, they don't even use it. It's because they don't know how to market. So they can't really use it. Aaron LeBauer can, because he knows how to market. $5,000 value. In SSPT, we teach you how to set up automation customer service systems within the practice that you work for or your own practice. That's text message, email marketing, $5,000 value. That totals a $10,000 value. So you guys, for the things that I've said so far, and I'm being very, very, very generous here, step-by-step instruction on how to build your brand to create massive opportunities for yourself, how to actually do direct marketing so that you can take advantage of direct access, finally, how to set up automation customer service systems within your own practice or the place that you work at, and how to do step-by-step instruction on how this whole reimbursement insurance stuff works so that you become more valuable to your employer. Okay, so you're getting more. You're gonna get patients to actually respect you as a PT. You guys, patients aren't going to respect you just because you went to another dry needling course, just because you went to a manual therapy cert course. They respect you when you know how to package your evaluation properly. That's when they respect you. You want them to call you doctor? You want them to call you doctor? Learn how to do an evaluation and package it properly. I teach you that in the course. That's what I teach you. I have SPTs that are going to clinicals and they are trying to hire them for top dollar because they've learned this. They finally learned how to package. Took me a long time to learn how to do that. You guys learn it right away. I train you on how to be a project manager over the patient's care and how to set yourself up for what is going to be a billion-dollar telehealth industry that is developing for physical therapy. As many of you know, a lot of the companies that I do consult for is telehealth. And the reason why they've chosen me is because they know that I would know how to use telehealth. I've been using telehealth for the last year and 3 months. Physicians have been using telehealth. It is a $5 billion industry for physicians, $5 billion. Physical therapists, it hasn't popped yet. It hasn't popped yet because physical therapists don't know how to talk to people. All they know how to do is put their hands on people. That's it. I'm going to show you how you will start your side hustle. I'm not asking for every person to go and open up their own practice. Please, just because it is true, the numbers are true. We've had 19 new practices start because of SSPT in the last 15 months. That is true. But there's 160 people in this course. Some people don't want to open up a practice. But everybody wants to know how to make money in their sleep. And you can do that with the skills and the knowledge that you have as a PT. You can do that. You can do it. But you have to learn how to do it. That's a $5,000 value at least. I'm going to give you guys the blueprint to starting your own PT clinic as soon as you'd like. Most people are like, oh, I would have started my PT clinic, but I don't know how to do it. Well, now you're going to learn. So with all these things, step-by-step instruction, how to brand your business, how to do reimbursement, how to understand reimbursement, how to set up automation customer service systems, how to actually do direct marketing, how to get your patients to respect you, finally, how to have a blueprint to start your PT clinic, and how to create your side hustle. That's a $31,200 value. You guys, I told you that you're going to get more of me. You're going to get a lot of me. And this is why people are like, why do you keep on bringing up the price of SSPT? It's because it takes a lot of me. This is the reason why I'm not releasing it again until 2018. You get 8 weeks of group coaching with me via a private live stream on Facebook or Zoom. That's a $2,400 value. That's at least an hour to an hour and a half. Bonus number 2, you're going to get Aaron LeBauer's Anatomy of a Cash-Based PT Practice. If you want to open up a cash-based PT clinic, you can. Aaron LeBauer is going to show you how. The 5 pillars of cash PT success, he's going to put that in as well. So guys, with all of these things that we've talked about, building your brand, how to understand reimbursement, how to set up your automation customer service systems, how to actually do direct marketing, how to get your patients to respect you as a PT, how to start your own clinic, how to create your own side hustle. I don't want to start my own clinic, Greg. Fine. 8 weeks of group coaching from me. Aaron LeBauer's stuff. We're at close to $40,000. So guys, I want you here to hear, because it's hard, because I'm talking about it and it could kind of come across as arrogant, but I just want you to hear from the people. Listen to the people and what they've said about Smart Success. And now you guys, you'll see, I'm going to put different people in here. Rafael Rodriguez was in Smart Success PT before he started PT school. He's a first-year DPT student. He was a personal trainer. He's actually a teacher, and he's had a passion to do physical therapy. And he knew that because he is, I think he's 40, he knew that when he came out of school, he didn't have time to BS around. So he was watching me on YouTube and like, I need this guy as my mentor. And so he was in season 1 of Smart Success PT. And he said, I'm really thankful I was able to find Greg Todd in his SSPT course. I went through it and I'm not afraid anymore. His problem was, I want to be able to open up my own clinic. That's what I want to be able to do. I want to be able to open up my own clinic. And I want to be able to do it as soon as possible after school. But he didn't know how to do it. Well, now he's not afraid anymore. He says, I have a good sense of what's going on and I have a good understanding of the landscape, and he's very accessible. I'm really thankful. Greg, I appreciate your work. I appreciate what you do for the profession, because what you're doing is something that's going to indirectly affect a lot of people. I'm also going to have an impact on people that I would not have had an impact on before had it not been for your encouragement and direction as a personal mentor, both directly and indirectly. I think one of the big things that I understand now, that as I've moved out of the clinic more and more into helping others, is that the impact on physical therapy has exponentially increased. I don't know if Paul's still on, but Paul, I think you can talk for this as well, is that it's a hard transition, because when you fall in love with treating, that you help your patients, but now being able to teach people the things that have made me successful and having them learn this at such an early age in their career as a PT is priceless. Andrew Nieberg, also known as ATK, new grad DPT. This is awesome. Andrew came to me in season 2. And Andrew basically said this: Smart Success PT shows you how to deal with insurance, how to do better evaluations, and how to be more confident in your evaluations. It teaches you how to take your patients beyond their care and do wellness programs, as well as teaching you the social media and marketing side of things, which can help you run your own practice one day as well. Smart Success PT has taught me so many ways to make other revenue, whether it's through social media and drawing in patients that way, whether it's taking patients beyond their physical therapy care and beyond their insurance, and transitioning them into an online wellness program or even an in-clinic wellness program. Andrew has done amazing. He works for someone, but because of the things he's learned in Smart Success PT, he's set himself up to have his own side hustle within his full-time job. And I won't give out all of his details, but he's taken it to the next level. And he's turning into a boy boss. Tamara Johnson, she's an owner of Sports Pro Physical Therapy. And so, as you guys can see, I've highlighted, 3 people here. 3 people at totally different areas, right? One person that hasn't even started PT school at the time when he started SSPT. One person that was finished with PT school and now a practice owner. And so Tamara says this. She says, Greg taught us things we don't get in PT school: social media marketing, updated technology and apps, customer service tips, efficient operational systems, creative ways to generate more income. That not only helps you as an individual therapist, but also helps the overall business of PT. The overall business of PT. I'm heading into my 2nd year as a business owner, and I experienced more confidence as a therapist, a great support group, and more tools to help build up my team from the inside out. She said, I would recommend Smart Success to any PT who desires to be mentored, to improve their overall personal development, and would one day like to soar and open their own clinic. And I think something that's really important, one of my new students in season 4 actually talked about it. His name is Pat McSweeney. I call him McDreamy. And Pat said this, today it's changed. We used to always look for a mentor in the clinic. Today it's changed. With technology, you don't need to have a mentor in the clinic. You can have a mentor. When people send me messages, I respond back in 2 minutes. It's totally different. You need to see a technique, do a Skype, do a FaceTime. It's totally different today, you guys. With Smart Success PT, I want you guys to understand this. I've never had to use this, but I don't have a problem with it. I've had 161 students in the course. I've never, ever, ever had a refund. I've never had a refund. Here's what I have had. I've had every single student has said this: why didn't I take this sooner? I've had pre-PT students get into it and they're like, why didn't I take this sooner? I've had 2nd year DPT students, why didn't I take this sooner? I've had 3-year PTs, why didn't I take this sooner? And obviously a 33-year PT, why didn't I take this sooner? Okay, no questions asked, 30-day money back guarantee. If you guys just want to get in it today, just to scope around it, look at it, and then say, I want my money back, that's fine. I don't care. That's fine. So here's the deal. If all I did was show you how to build your brand so you can market in the PT world, would that be good enough? If all I did, you guys, is just educate and empower you on understanding reimbursement so that your current or future employer can't take advantage of you, even if I did charge $30,000 for the course, if you got $15,000 extra over the course of 3 years, wouldn't it be worth it? If all I did was show you exactly how to use your DPT in the most powerful way by learning how to do successful direct marketing, so you got an extra $10,000 from your employer, wouldn't that be worth it over 3 years? If all I did was just give you the confidence of an experienced PT and not have to look like a total moron from the first day you're in the clinic, and you actually know exactly what you're going to do for every single evaluation and every PT visit from now on, during your clinicals or during your first day as a PT, wouldn't it still be worth it? And I'm not going to charge that amount. Smart Success PT, I'm putting it right here. It is going to be, as soon as we finish this launch, We're moving it to $22.97 because we're waiting until 2018 to launch it again. I take care of my people. I take care of them. And I've decided not to release the course again for the year because I want to take care of them for the next 8 weeks. And then after that, I need to continue to take care of my entire tribe for the rest of the year because they're opening up clinics, they're opening up online businesses, and I want to be able to focus on them. And so people say to me, why do you keep on bringing up the course? I was like, because I'm interested in continuing to keep the quality at the way that it is. And so I already know that I'm going to have less and less students. But the way that I understand is this. If I gave you guys this course for free, you wouldn't open it. Like, you wouldn't open it. You just let it sit. When you pay attention. Just like PT school. You're having such a hard time letting go because you're paying a shitload of money. So you're paying attention. You're not going to fail classes because you're paying attention because you've paid so much money for it. This course is going to be $14.97. It is $14.97. And today, I have to be honest with you. Last night, we decided that we were going to shut down the course. And then we said, you know what? No, screw it, because I'm not going to release it again for the rest of the year. So what we decided to do is we decided to put in $269.99 for 6 payments. I don't want any person to say, oh, I didn't do it because it was too much money. I didn't. Fantastic, Amy. You just made the best damn decision for your career. Who's next? Get started today for as low as $269.99 over 6 payments. So I want to just recap it, you guys, and then we're going to go through I got some surprises for y'all. How to build your brand so you can create following a massive opportunities, the reimbursement, learning it so that you're not going to get screwed out of $15,000. You're going to set up your automation customer service for your practice, the practice that you work for. You're going to be able to do that for them, and they're going to pay you more money. How to actually do direct marketing so you can take advantage of direct access. Like, every single owner needs that, you guys. Everyone needs it. Everyone needs that. How to get patients to respect you. Just that alone. I mean, like, this part is huge because you know how it sucks when you're just you're just so frustrated and you're so timid with your evaluations when you start out and no one is actually helping you take you to the next level. You know how frustrating that is? You do not have to wait 5 years to become a great PT. You need to learn from a great PT how to become a great PT. Look, today I have a new grad. She's been with me for many years, but she has only been a new grad for 10 months, and she's opening up her new clinic. She's taking care of my clinic since I left the clinic over a year ago. She's 10 months, you guys. 10 months. And she's killing it. She's killing it. Every single place that she went to, that she did an internship at, they gave her top dollar. She did not get an offer under $90,000 a year. Under $90,000 a year. Because she knew these things. She was prepared. She understood that school was school, and she understood the purpose of it, but she also understood that that's not how you bring in the bacon for the clinics. You have to know how to package what you're doing. And PTs don't know that because there's no CEU courses out there. Like, I don't know of a CEU course. Is there a CEU course out there? Somebody tell me. Is there one that tells you actually how to package an evaluation so people buy into your POC? Please, someone tell me. If there is, then maybe I'll team up with them. I don't know. But there isn't. How to do your side hustle. Like how to do your side hustle. Everyone could do a side hustle, and you can do a side hustle from now. You're a pre-DPT student, start your side hustle. We have a student, I told you guys, he is a high school student. Graduation gift, he got Smart Success PT. He's making $2,500 a month through his online wellness business. It's paying for his school. Like, guys, this is an investment thing on understanding, okay, I'm investing, I'm going to learn, and I'm going to implement right away. I don't care where you're at. I don't care where you're at in the journey. I'm going to implement right away. Well, you got to be over the age of 18. But besides that, like, seriously. So who is this course for? It's for Yusra. That's who it's for. It's for those that are planning to have a career in PT and want to be valued by more than the amount of units built. If that's you, you should be in this course. This course is for those that want to be respected by their peers, that want to be respected more by their patients than their peers. I think this is a big issue in PT. Are you more interested in having your peers accept you, or are you more interested in having your patients respect you? Which one? If it's the former, if you want to be respected by your patients, Smart Success is for you. It's for those that want to learn how to leverage their abilities as a PT. How to leverage your abilities as a PT. Leverage means take what you already know. I'm not talking about like, I'm asking you, oh, by the way, Smart Success PT, you need to go take this course, that course, take this one, take that one, get that certificate. No, I'm talking about what you have right now, today. What you have today. If you have done the bare minimum out of school, well, if you've done the bare, there's a chance you're not on this webinar. But if you've done the bare minimum out of school clinically, I'm going to take what you've learned and how to take that to the next level. That's it. Those that want to become consultants in healthcare. Is anybody interested in becoming a consultant in healthcare? Is anybody interested in getting compensated anywhere between $180 to $500 an hour talking to someone about your expertise as a PT and the extra things that you know? If you're interested, say me in the chat. Me. Yep. Those who have a desire to open up their own practice in the future. I know for me, look, when I decided to open up my own practice, it was out of straight frustration. Straight frustration, y'all. Straight frustration. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was just frustrated and I knew I needed to leave. I knew I needed to leave. So I wasn't prepared though. I got myself prepared. But if you're interested in learning how to open up your own practice, just learn from someone that's done it. And if you're like, okay, I want to do a cash base. Okay, Greg, you haven't done that. Well, Aaron has, and he's going to teach you. He's actually coming in live in a group in week 3. It was supposed to be a surprise, but whatever. All right, someone that feels the need for mentorship and is not currently getting it. I think this is where, like, okay, here, let me give you guys a little bit of a, I'm going to give you just a little advice here. Okay, when you go into a clinic, right? And a lot of times clinics will lowball you if they say, hey, you know what? We can mentor you. We're going to pay you crap rates here. We're going to pay you a crappy pay, but we're going to mentor you. You guys, let me tell you something. This is what I recommend for you to do. Go into that clinic and watch their systems. Watch their flow. Watch and find out who the person that is supposed to be allegedly mentoring you. See if they're running around with their head cut off. Just watch it. Because if they're running around with their head cut off and they're not focused on all the other people in the clinic, I'm talking about the workers and whatnot, then that's BS. Like, that's garbage. If the systems in that place don't match up to the things that I just told you on this webinar, then I can tell you right now, like, they're not going to be that's a scam. It's not going to happen. Today, it's different though. Today, you can have someone mentor you online. You can have someone mentor you on the phone. You can have someone FaceTime or Skype in to look at something that you're doing and tell you, hey, yep, that's good. Okay, no, that's not good, blah, 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 blah. You got it? Who is this course not for? Because here's the deal. I want winners only. I want people that want to elevate themselves. I want people that at least have enough self-worth that they're not going to let 269 for 6 months get in the way. Because I know for sure everyone can do it if they want to. They can. Because you're paying like $1,500 to freaking learn ethics in PT. So that's freaking bullshit. Okay? I know you can do it if you want to. But there's people that it's not for. And even if you have the money, if you have no desire to be more than a staff PT and delve into any other areas of PT and help patients beyond what traditional PTs do, don't get this course. If you have no desire to have a mentor, don't get this course. Just don't do it. Don't do it. I want you guys to listen to some video testimonials from season 2. These are some people in season 2. I want you guys to listen to this.
Smart Success PT was absolutely worth purchasing. Within the first 4 weeks, I've already set up a consulting agreement with a physical therapy clinic. Now I have a client of my own. I've actually made everything back already. I can't complain, and it's a lot of tools that I got from Smart Success PT that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. 2 things happen when you enter the Smart Success course. The first thing is you're going to say, why the hell didn't I do this sooner? And the second thing, you're going to be so happy that you did it when you did it. Because what you're going to learn in just the first few modules, let alone the rest of the course, and the ongoing mentorship is light years ahead of what people are doing right now.
Smart Success PT, it gave me the vision, it gave me the confidence that I am ready now, and it gave me the tools that I need so that I can start working towards my goal of having my own practice. For me, Smart Success PT is the roadmap. If I want to be a business owner, still Smart Success PT gave me the roadmap, what I need to do for me to become that business owner. It's a total package for me. If I decide I want to become an employee physical therapist, it also gave me the tools and what I needed to become the best employee so I could have the best compensation.
So when I started Smart Success, I felt kind of frustrated. I felt stagnant in my career. I knew that there were things that I wanted to accomplish and things that I wanted to do, but I didn't exactly know how to go about doing it. Since I started Smart Success, I've literally gone from a position of frustration to, within the last few weeks, I was offered a partnership position, and because of Smart Success, I understand the business aspect much better, and I got offered a partnership because of it. So the proof is in the pudding, and I literally am much better off 3 months later than what I was when we started. It's a no-brainer to me. If I had to recommend it to anyone, I could just say, hey, look where I am now. I'm literally about to own a clinic because of what I learned with Greg and Smart Success.
Hands down, it's worth the money. And I didn't even think about it, I just did it. The real issue in which why someone may question that is whether or not they feel like they are worth the investment. I think it goes back to self-worth and guilt and shame and all of that kind of thing. But the level of value you get and content you get in the course, that alone is worth its weight in gold. That by itself is worth the money. Usually courses are like $500 to $2,000, and you're there for a weekend. And when you do it, you go, you learn, and then it's done. You're cut off, essentially. The thing that I find most valuable, the thing that I would pay every single month for in that quantity is not only the mentorship that he gives, but the community that you inherit.
Even in my job now, with this knowledge, I'm kind of my own boss now because I know how things work and I know how I can improve, be more efficient, and be more of an asset to the company. Long term, I'd like to be an entrepreneur, but right now, I'm a clinic manager. Those skills are directly applicable to your situation right now. So
the way I can describe Greg is that he's infectious. I mean, if I had to describe him in one word, that's what he is. He's infectious. From the time you start either watching his videos, talking to him on the phone, listening to him through his modules, even week by week, he is just high intensity from the minute he turns on the camera till he ends it. He dances, sings, he does everything fun, but he is so motivating and he tells it like it is, which a lot of people won't do. That to me, right, like that's why I really feel like I respect him, because he focuses on what is important, and that is us as a physical therapy community and trying to better everybody that's in this field. And it's just, things are changing. He's just taking everything to the next level. It's infectious. It's great.
Smart Success PT is probably the best investment I've made so far because Greg does a great job of helping round everything out. He talks about the clinical, which we all are looking for something else to give us more confidence to help our patients. It helps with the marketing for sure, to be able to reach the patients that we need to help. He helps us understand exactly how the insurance companies work, how that dictates our revenue. There's so much value and breadth to the information that he provides. And he also gets to know you as a student. And that's probably the most critical thing that sets it apart from any other course that you could go to or purchase as a clinician, is that you actually get to develop that mentor-mentee relationship and make a friend for life, which you don't necessarily get in just a weekend course learning how to do a spinal manipulation.
So that's
interesting. Absolutely.
Hold on. Like something that's interesting, and I want to actually say this. We had someone just enter SSPT this morning. And her name is Dawn. And Dawn said to me, or actually, okay, so when someone enters a course, right? So I want to show you guys something. When someone enters a course, we bring you into our private Facebook group. And apparently she bought the course like at 2:30 a.m. And when I woke up this morning, I saw, oh, this person named Don bought the course. So I put Don in the course, right? I put Don in the course. And as soon as I put her in the course, I always introduce everyone. And then all of these PTs, all of our winners just kept on, hey, welcome, Don, welcome, 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 welcome. And apparently Don created continuing education. I don't know, she was like a teacher or something like that, like a continuing ed teacher or something like that. And she basically commented, I guess she wasn't used to that. She commented, says, I've been a PT for 27 years and I've never seen anything like this. Never. I mean, that's what she said. She said, I've never seen anything like this, because we're so used in PET, because we don't understand the things I talked about today. We're so used in tearing everyone down. And we understand that PT has never been in a better situation. And as long as we learn these things, everyone's going to level up and we're all going to do it together. So here's what I decided to do after talking to Wifey. I decided I'm not going to be releasing the course again in 2017. It's not going to happen. We're not doing it. But what we're going to do is that we're going to open up 15 more spots. We're going to open up 15 more spots for people to get into season 4 of SSPT. So here's the steps to sign up, y'all. If you want to sign up for the course, you go to smartsuccesspt.com. That's where you're going to go. You get 3 options, okay? I just did this morning. 4 months at $399, 6 months at $269. Pick whichever one you want, hit purchase. After that, you're going to put in your name, put in your full name, put in your email address, put in your password, confirm your password, and then you're going to see right at the bottom, it's going to ask for extra contact information. This season, I asked for your cell phone number so that we can remind you of our live stream private coaching. If you don't want to put it in, you don't have to. Then it's going to just confirm your payment, and then you complete email from me. You're going to get 2 emails. You're going to get one that basically gives you your username and your password and the link for you to log into the course. You're going to get another email that is this. This is exactly what the email looks like. Click on that Facebook tab. It's going to bring you right into our Facebook group. It will tell you, it'll just wait for one of the admins to approve you, and you'll go into the group, and you're going to see all the people in the group. I'll introduce you in a sec. You're going to see the people. These are all students that are going live in the group that talk about things or things that they're struggling with or whatever. That is a support group. You're going to also get put into this group. This is Smart Success PT Season 4. And this is the group that we're going to be doing the live streams in. And if I decide to do the live streams off of Facebook, because sometimes they ban me because I like to play music in my live streams. If I decide to, I'll put the links on all that. And then if you give us your cell phone number, we'll actually text you the links 30 minutes before we go live. Okay? This is what it is. It's a community of PTs that are leveling up, that are taking over the damn industry. That's really it. I don't know how else to say it. Okay. Here is the course. And I decided to do a video just to show you guys like the course itself. So you guys can see like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna rip me off or something. Okay, guys, this is the course. There are 9 categories in the course. And then these are all the Facebook live calls that we've had. And as the seasons build, you get everything from season 1, from season 2, and season 3. This is how it looks in every one of the modules. So you have a video that accompanies it, and then you have an audio file. So it's pretty cool. You can listen to the video if you're sitting down watching it at, at your house or your apartment, but you can also just listen to the audio file, and you can actually download the audio files to your iTunes. So if you want to just listen to lessons over and over again, that's what you do. And then you'll see in every single module, it just gets more and more and more and more. And so the first 3 modules are not like massively huge, but when you get into this one, this is where we take it to the next level. I think there's over 40, it's like 48 lessons just in the social media marketing area. So you'll see here, we talk about social media. We talk about building out your first PT website, blog, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Pinterest, blogging, how to build out your blog, how to do integrating health and wellness post-physical therapy. All of these things are all of my systems that I've done to take myself to where my company is today. And I'm just basically giving this to you. It is my 6-month plan of if something happened to me and I was going to croak, how's my family going to be taken care of? Whoever does Smart Success PT, take over my practice. You understand how to do it. This is the clinical side, simplifying treatments, simplifying evaluations. You guys remember that one that I did, the 10 tips to becoming a musculoskeletal provider? I did that on Thursday night. There you go. That was one of the 142 lessons in the course, okay? Let's see, what else? Finance section is with Will Butler, and he goes over how to handle your finances as a PT with the debt and all that other stuff. This right here, if you are a current PT or you are a DPT student and you've learned a lot of stuff and you pass your test, but you don't know what the hell it is that you're doing, like you don't know how to explain it to someone, I do all the explanations. I actually take 13 of the most common conditions in PT and I explain those in there and I add more and more and more. Complete Anatomy, which most of you know, that's 3D4 Medical, they actually hire me. They hire me to do that for them, okay? Because they basically said I am the best explainer of clinical conditions that they've seen. So that's what I do for them. So I'm gonna do Q&A in a second, but I need to show y'all something. This is the recap of everything. Get started today for as low as $269.99, smartsuccesspt.com. We're taking 15 and then that's it. I'm done until 2018. But guys, I just changed this presentation this morning. This morning when I woke up, there's still quite a few of you on. This morning when I woke up, I got an email from the person that videoed Smart Success PT Live. Now, some of you were able to make it that are on. Some of you were not able to make that, that event. We have all of the videos from Smart Success PT Live. Everything, every single presentation that was done by myself, that was done by Paul Goff, that was done by Aaron LeBauer, that was done by Will Butler, Ken Carey. Those have all been given to me as of this morning. This morning, we got all the presentations. We are creating a course called Smart Success PT Live because lots of people want access to all the information that was in that event. And we're creating that course. It's actually being created as we speak. I just gave it to my assistant, Luis, and she is taking all of the videos and uploading them and creating this beautiful course that we're gonna sell that course for $447. Everyone that buys Smart Success PT today gets the entire SSPT Live, the course, for free. You get the entire course of SSPT Live for free. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to do this here. Let me just do this. I want to show you guys a few more testimonials from this last season, season 3, and then I'll stay on. I'll answer any of your questions that you have. I'll stay on as long as you guys want, and then we'll take it from there.
I think that the most important part, the biggest reason why I ended up joining Smart Success PT was because of how consistent Greg Todd was with the things he was posting on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all throughout social media. I knew he wasn't going anywhere. I knew that I could count on him to be there whenever I needed him. Before I even joined the course, I sent him a Facebook message asking him a few questions about Smart Success PT, about a mastermind group that he also has, and he responded to me in a second. As soon as I sent him a message, he answered me actually through voice message, which is pretty awesome, hearing his voice and having him direct the conversation at me and using my name. Really, it was pretty amazing.
I thought Smart Success PT course would be beneficial, as it would help me guide my entrepreneurial side that I wanted to bring out of me. Because school was just straight academics, getting you ready for a test, but it's not setting you up practically to be a great physician in terms of business. Greg's marketing was big, especially through social media, and how to just build a system within a clinic to get patients to keep coming back and becoming the primary care doctor. So you are the funnel and you're making decisions for them, and then you have that relationship with them over time.
Smart Success PT teaches you how to reach the individuals that you would have otherwise never been able to reach. That, like, flat out. It teaches you that, and it teaches you to be able to be a confident clinician that is able to access the very people that need your services, not the services of someone else that that may superficially fix the issue that's at hand. $1,500 becomes nothing because the value of the course itself, the community that you are put in with people that are professionals, right? People that own clinics, people that are students, people that have not even started PT school yet. When you are learning from them, when you are seeing in live, like in real time, them actually implementing the things that you're learning from Smart Success and they're thriving, there's nothing better for me. Like, that's where I was sold.
One thing that really got my attention was in one of his YouTube videos, the 10 steps to a better evaluation. That was just something that I wasn't getting in school. That's something that I never really felt confident with, was my evaluations. And just that whole YouTube video, I'm like, he has some good content and this is what I need to be doing. Smart Success PT has given me so much more confidence just in the last 2 months since I've been in there. I guess the biggest thing would be the 100 other people that surround me. So Greg talks a lot about you are who you surround yourself with, and that is such a true statement.
What attracted me about Smart Success PT was that I'm starting to think, like, how can I separate myself from the pack when I graduate? How can I get ahead of the curve? This was teaching me all the things that formal physical therapy school was not teaching me. Going beyond just your standard formal therapy and having other avenues and programs to help people and continue seeing them and building relationships with them. Greg and Smart Success PT totally went above and beyond, exceeded all expectations. For the first month, I was still pretty nervous and kind of skeptical. It's a big financial commitment, but every day, the content, the Smart Success, and Greg was there doing like his live videos. Those thoughts just went away because you're just surrounded with so much support and energy. Everybody just wants you to win.
I found Greg through YouTube, just searching physical therapy. As a student, I've been watching a lot of videos with physical therapy just because it helps with my learning. Greg Todd popped up on my feed and I just started watching. The more he goes on, the more he talks about Smart Success PT and how highly he speaks of his students and what they're doing. Smart Success PT, the way it's structured, the support group, it's more than just the online modules, and the content within the modules is great in and of itself.
It seems a little bit crazy when you think of it. You have all these things going on, and if you're like me, you're paying for your apartment, you're paying for your car, you're paying all your bills. You tell your girlfriend, hey, I'm going to invest in this, and she's like, what, are you crazy? I'm like, look, it's going to be worth it. But when you invest in, that's what it is. When you invest in Smart Success PT, you're going to see that money back tenfold easily with what you learn in the course. When you realize what's in the course, it's not only are you getting the modules, but you can consult with Greg. You can consult with any of the Smart Success PT alum because they've all gone through it and experienced it. You're getting a family.
Smart Success PT definitely exceeded the expectations that I had. I knew there would be a lot of modules, a lot of work, a lot of instruction. I didn't anticipate the amount of personal support that we would get from Greg himself, from his assistants, the Smart Success PT community as a whole, supporting each other. That's all invaluable to me. And I think that's what really pushed it over the edge. The content itself was just unbelievable. And as the live feeds that we got on a weekly basis, and then some, just really put it over the top and allowed me to connect with like-minded people. And I think that's what's going to stick with me the longest as well.
Smart Success PT was an incredible investment. And I think that you get taught a lot of things in PT school, but it's mostly about PT and how to be a physical therapist and the academic side of things. But we're entering into a world where, reimbursements are going down, and you need to be able to help out not only yourself, but the company that you're going to be working for, whether that's, another physical company or yourself, if you're going to start your own. And all the tools to do that are in this course. Smart Success PT is for that person who wants to take their life and their community to the next level. Smart Success PT is for the person who wants to create the new wave of physical therapy. So the old model is rely completely on insurance. It is about going to work, fulfill your job, do what someone tells you. Well, Smart Success PT is so much more than that. If you're a student, if you're a clinician, and you just feel dissatisfied with the physical therapy profession as it is now, you want to be a part of Smart Success PT because it changes the way you view your profession and the potential you have in your career within physical therapy.
All right, guys, I'm going to take off the sharing. You guys should see me now. You should see me. If any of you have questions, I'm here. I'll answer all your questions. I'll answer any questions that you guys have. If not, then I'm going to go to Bahama Breeze. I'm going to Bahama Breeze, y'all. I'm going to Bahama Breeze, and I'm spending the rest of the weekend in Indian Shores, get ready for Father's Day, and that's really it. But I think there's a couple things. I think if anything, I'll wait for any questions if you guys have anything. But I think there's a couple things I want to say to you all. In life, you have to understand a couple things. Like, you know, let me see something. I'm eating ramen for a few months. I'll see you at SSPT. Awesome, man. I think there's a couple things, man. I think the big thing that you guys have to understand is becoming an asset, right? You know, I hear so many people talk about PT school, and they're so upset with what PT school is giving them today, you know, for them to come out of school and to be able to make their investment back. And I actually said this on one of my live streams. You know, you have to think of yourself like you are an asset, right? Like you're an asset. You didn't have the money to get into PT school. Like most of you didn't cut them a check for, you know, like most of you didn't cut PT school a check for like $85,000 or $110 or $130 or $140. Like you didn't do that. But for some reason, you found a way to get into PT school and to put that money down, right? Like, again, you didn't have it. You figured out a way to get the money. You got a loan. You know, you put on a payment plan. You did this, you did that. Why? So why did you do that? Why did you do that? Well, you did that because of a couple of reasons. You felt as though the investment was going to pay off eventually. I think number two is you knew that you were going to get a doctorate of physical therapy. And I think that it's more accepted from our parents and others when we have something like that that holds prestige. So they support us. It's like, it's not even a big deal. It's because that is comfortable for us. That's accepted. So you're the asset, right? You just invested X amount of thousands of dollars for you to put yourself into PT school. Congratulations, people that are coming in. Fantastic, fantastic. Amy, all these other people. Okay. Fernando, fantastic. But you looked at yourself as an asset. I mean, whether you were thinking this or not, like you were looking at yourself as an asset. Okay. So now now you're in PT school, you're doing the work, you're getting through PT school, you're doing everything that you need to do, and then you come out. And you're a PT. A DPT, my bad. A DPT. You're a DPT. Okay. You're still an asset. But are you going to get, just like a house, are you going to get the money back on that investment? Yeah, probably. But you have to make a decision. For those of you that are still on, you guys have been with me for 1 hour and 43 minutes. For those of you that are still on, there's something about you that, like, you know that you need more. You understand that the asset that is created from going to DPT school has created you, the asset. But in order for you to make that asset worth more, like a house, you have to get maybe upgraded countertops. Maybe not Formica, maybe granite, maybe Corian countertops. Maybe instead of having crappy floors, maybe you need to upgrade to wood. Because when you make those upgrades in your life, well, now the house is worth more. Now that house, the asset, is worth more. You, when you make the investment into a course like this, you have just taken your worth and you've brought it up. So let me ask you a question, y'all. Let me ask you a question. Here's the question I need to ask you. If you had to pay $3,000 to upgrade your countertops, but you knew for certainty, not like for certain, that you were going to get a $15,000 increase on the sale of your home, would you do it? You do it. You do it. You'd make it happen. You would do it. So SSPT, I want you all to understand this. This is not, oh, I've got more information. Okay, awesome. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of information. There's a lot of practical stuff. That's not it. It's taking you, the current asset, the house. You are the house. It's taking you and it's now saying, we're upgrading this now. I want to be more. I want to be paid more. I want to be compensated more. I want to have different revenue streams, coming through. I want to start to build my empire. I want to have my side business. I want to be able to be more valuable to my employer and not go off of time. It's not because you are a year PT that you should get more. It's because you've gotten better. Well, now you've taken your asset yourself and you can basically get back the return on investment. And I believe that's the reason why I'm 160 and 0. I truly believe that. I truly believe that. I believe that's what it is. It's taking practical stuff. You don't need any more knowledge. What you need is what you currently have. You don't know what to do with it. So let us show you what to do. All right. So with that said, Fernando, you're in. SSPT will give your DPT more traction. You at this point, it's just a matter of the hardest decision you're going to have to make at the end of the course is which option do I take? That's going to be the hardest decision you're going to make. So it really does. It pays for itself 100-fold. I mean, and these are all people that are saying this. It's funny, like the people that are saying this are all people that I know they were on this end when I released it in January. Like, should I do it? Should I do it? And then you realize then you're just beating yourself up. You're just beating yourself up. Paul, you're in. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's fantastic. But, like I'll tell you this, someone like a Paul, it continues to, he inspires me. Like if you guys aren't already following him, just go to Paul Goff everywhere and you will see him. But he continues to inspire me because even at the level that we're at, we still understand that unless we continue to invest more in ourselves, then we're going to limit not just us, not just our business, his business in the UK, mine here in Tampa Bay, but we're also going to limit our students. And we understand that unless we continue to invest, you'll cap out. So you have to continue to level yourself up. You have to. The reason why so why do I push it for every person in every path of PT? And the reason why I do is because my students have told me. My students have told me, Ray has told me, my students have told me that you need to do whatever you need to do to get people in this course because the course has changed my life, not my career, not that I just make a lot more money. It's changed my life and I didn't understand it. And I'm like, oh, well, you guys and so it almost seems like borderline fake when you see how is it that all these people are doing well for him? It's because the course has changed their life. It's changed their life. So now they're like, oh my gosh, I would have done anything. I should have done anything when I was telling myself those BS stories of, oh yeah, I got to wait until next year. Oh, I got to wait until this. Oh, I got to wait. I should have done anything in my power to get in because I didn't realize that 8 weeks later, I was going to be making double. I was going to be making double what I'm making right now in school. They tell me I can't work in school. Man, I'm now doing online. I don't have to work. And now I'm making money to pay back my school loans. So I know it can come across as man, I'm passionate because I understand that every single month you wait, you're screwing yourself. You're screwing yourself. There you go. You guys, I implore you to join SSPT Season 4. For those of you that did join today, congratulations. Super excited for you. As soon as I get off this live stream, I'll put you in the group and I'll welcome you all to the family. If any of you have any questions and you just need to reach out to me, I see my messengers, blowing up here. I will personally respond to you as soon as I finish this. I just have to end this. Let me invite all these other people into the new group. And then after that, I'll answer you guys' questions. God bless you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for an hour and 50 minutes on a Saturday. I'm super thankful, super blessed. And you guys have a great one. We'll talk later.